Alrighty, folks. Right now I'm going back to my norm. I'm talking about movies, and if you've seen the title of this video, it's about Skyscraper, starring Nev Campbell and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or whatever. Anyway, the first thing that I noticed was that the movie was incorrectly titled. My mom and I both agreed the movie should have been called The Pearl, since it's about a building named The Pearl. So the movie should have been called The Pearl. If you've seen Die Hard, you've probably seen this movie too. They're sort of similar. The premise of this is you've got a guy who's supposed to be doing security details, new state of the art building, who ends up getting like betrayed by one of his friends because they're trying to do something and it's really complicated and it's like a mystery. When you find out at the very end, what happens, it's like, oh, okay, it sort of makes sense. But the entire time you're like, okay, so the story is progressing, it's going along, and it's really obvious, blatantly obvious at the very beginning. I looked over at my mom and I was like, you know what, his friend, the guy with the fucked up stuff on his neck, yeah, he's the bad guy. Sure enough, they show him doing bad guy shit. They didn't get shot in the heart, and I'm like, this movie is, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it's predictable. You've seen it before. Some of the things that I like to point out is that the real hero in this film was Nev Campbell's character. It was his wife, because she did everything. First off, she saved his life at the beginning of the film. The backstory towards the beginning, it doesn't make sense. It's supposed to tug at your heartstrings, it's supposed to make you feel bad, but in actuality, it's kind of unnecessary. It's really tragic, the backstory, and for me, it just didn't make any sense for it to be in the film. This film could have started off where he was in the bathroom and he had his leg blown off in war, and that's where he met his wife. They didn't have to go through all that whole some guy was a hostage negotiator and he went and tried to save this family, ended up getting blown up. I mean, it was really unnecessary. But it is what it is. The kids, the twins, their acting was so. I mean, for kids, I mean, nowadays it really doesn't matter. Kids acting nowadays is never meant to be good anymore for some reason. But the kids did a decent job. The little girl Georgia, she was the better actress, which is probably why she got more screen time. I did like some of the CGI in this film. I did like some of the pulse pounding moments, but I was in a theater full of older people, and my mom likes to talk in the theater, so she kept making like noises every time something happened and people were jumping, and this one chick like next to me kept narrating the film, and I was like, oh my god. I said it out loud, can you stop narrating the film, please? I was talking to my mom when I said that, but I was talking to her because every time she would just say something, like it just happened on screen, and she would go and say something. But anyway, let's go back to the whole Nev Campbell's character was the hero. So she was a surgeon, she was a doctor, and she did everything. Like at the end, she's the one who stopped the building from burning down. She was the one who pointed out like all the different like schemes that the and routes that the bad guys could have used. And she was like, "Hey, what's this over here? Oh, that's some construction site. No one's there." And she looked at them and she was like, "I guarantee you they're gonna be there. Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if you might be in on it, but we don't know if we can trust you." And sure enough, they go to the construction site full of armed guards. There's a shootout, and Nev Campbell's character ends up saving the day. I don't even know what to call her. I forgot their last name. Their names are so forgettable. I don't. All I know is that the daughter's name was Georgia, because it's a state. It's easy to remember. Everyone else is like whatever. Um, the bad guy's motivation for doing bad things, it's actually pretty good. I mean, his ass is on the line. He fucked up and he is trying to correct his mistake, because if he doesn't correct his mistake, he's going to get killed. So that's why he's doing all this, going all out, burning down the building, and he's trying to get something from the architect, the lead guy who created the building, who put the building up. And the bad guy is pretty solid. I like the bad guy. He was a good bad guy. The Rock was The Rock. His acting was The Rock acting, and I don't know. I mean, it's not something that I would go see again, but if someone turned it on, like in the future when it's on DVD, I wouldn't, turn it off. I would say, hey, let's, sit and watch it. It's a good popcorn flick. It was better than Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. And if you like that movie, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. That movie was garbage, but I'm not gonna trash that movie anymore. I will say that I do. I am looking forward to seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp. I just watched Ant-Man, so my next video involving movie review is going to be over Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I'll go see that probably sometime either tomorrow or sometime. But look forward to that. And later on, I'll be talking about Big Brother. So if you want to subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. Whatever you want to do is up to you. Peace out for now, whoever you are watching. Mwah, love you.